Happy Friday, everybody. It is a really gloomy Friday right now. I'm Kayla, and I'm here to review a movie, in theory, for you guys on the Real DVD Watchers. Coming off of finals and all that, my brain is a little bit of mush, but my mood has improved like tenfold because finals are done and I have my grades and I didn't fail anything and I'm like, party! I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, I didn't watch a movie. I can't lie to you. You guys are, you can see right through me. But I wanted to review an episode of a television show that aired like 2 weeks ago. Tonight is the season 6 finale of one of my favorite shows, Supernatural. And in light of that, I want to review the episode that aired before, which was The Man Who Would Be King. That aired 2 Fridays ago because Smallville's series finale was last Friday and it was 2 hours, so Supernatural wasn't on. The Man Who Would Be King, though, quite possibly one of the best episodes of Supernatural created. I might have to switch my top 10 favorite episodes to fit that in there because it was brilliant. If you haven't watched Supernatural this season, and you're going to catch up over the summer and stuff, I am going to be talking a little bit of spoilers. If you haven't watched it and you just don't give a shit, then welcome. So, season 6, first season that we've had without Eric Kripke as the head showrunner, and it has been wishy-washy for me, I guess. I feel like there were episodes that were good, they were fine, but it felt pointless, and it was hard for me to find where they were going and what the storyline was, and I think it's because we had been so used to this huge mythology that Kripke and the team and the writers had built for 5 years, and season 6 was almost like pushing the reset button, and that was kind of hard for me as a fan to push the reset button in my head and let Sarah Gamble do what she needs to do. Having said that, I don't think that this season was bad by any means. It didn't fit into the pattern of each season getting better than the previous, but it wasn't bad at all. It was quite good, and it had very memorable episodes, and this being one of them, and it produced one of my favorite episodes ever. The Man Who Would Be King was written by Ben Edlund, who is probably the best writer that the Supernatural staff has. He has this ability to write something that's so hilarious and just silly, like Ghostfacers, or he wrote French Mistake from this season, which was also one of my favorite episodes. But then he has this ability to write devastation. It's like his brain is either really funny or really devastating, like Abandon All Hope from last season he wrote, and On the Head of a Pin, where Dean had to torture Alistair. So he has a lot of demented things going on in his brain, and I think that's what makes him brilliant. The Man Who Would Be King is about Castiel, the angel. We find out what he's been going through this whole season, because we know that he had been fighting a war in heaven with Raphael, and we know it's been bad, and he's been stressed out, and Dean and Sam have been, well, Dean mostly, they've kind of been dicks to him, and I felt like he's been taken advantage of a little bit, and we find out that he needs souls. I'm not sure what the souls are for, they just give him power, I guess. But he teams up with Crowley in order to open Purgatory so that they can get the souls from Purgatory so he could become more powerful than Raphael, because without them, Raphael will smite his ass. So Castiel's very conflicted. He's doing very sneaky things and going behind his friends' backs, and he doesn't feel good about it. And this episode is about how it all gets too much. He slips up and he can't cover his tracks anymore, and the 3 of them find out that he's been lying to them and stuff, and and they confront him, and now he's considered a bad guy in their eyes. At least that's what I'm getting from them. I can't imagine where this is going to go. I can't be okay with Castiel being a bad guy. I really don't think of him as a bad guy, and I think Ben Edlund did a very good job of showing us both sides of the coin, where Dean is coming from. Dean was kind of like the voice of that group, and where Castiel was coming from. So we kind of can't side with either of them. We kind of feel bad for both. Misha Collins, who plays Castiel, gave an amazing performance. There is a few minutes in the beginning and the end where he's alone and he's talking to God. God is no one knows where God is still, but he's trying to talk to God and have God tell him what to do. And he, especially the last 5 minutes of the episode, he starts breaking down a little bit, and he's trying to gain composure of himself, and he's confused and conflicted, and you just want to hug him, and he did such a good job. And I think that there's speculations that he might die, and I don't know if that is something that would be wise for the Supernatural creators to do, and I think that they know that. I think they know that he brings in a lot of viewers, and I think they know that he's become a fan favorite. But on the other hand, I don't know if they necessarily care, because that's not effective television. I mean, you can't just not kill a character because they're fan favorites. If it serves the storyline, they might just do it. So that makes me a little worried that this was a lead up, like a send-off to Castiel, which sucks, and I would be saddened. So that was my completely incoherent review of The Man Who Would Be King, which I hope that you were entertained by. I will be back next Friday. Scott is tomorrow. I will see you guys later. Peace.